Okay, on this slide, you're going to be developing a model. Remember, models are labeled pictures that maybe use arrows to show connections, but you're basically showing and trying to explain through pictures how the energy from the food that you ate came from the sun. So if I was going to do this model, I am going to show you how to do it using the drawing tools. But don't forget, you could also draw this on a piece of paper and then come over here and do insert, image by camera, and take a picture of your model to place into this slide. But if you're interested in actually trying to use your computer tools and drawing tools to make the model, I'll show you how right now. So one of the things I ate was cereal. I ate Cheerios. So I'm actually going to look for a box of Cheerios on the web. So I'm going to come over here to image, search web, and let's see what I can come up with for what I ate. Okay, so I actually kind of like this picture because it has both the milk and the Cheerios. So I'm going to click on that picture, push insert, and now it shows up on my slide. It needs to be much smaller. So I grab the blue corners and I drag down to make my little bowl of Cheerios. So here's my bowl of Cheerios. That's what I had. And it has milk in it and Cheerios. And so I might want to label those two things. So I can take a text box, I can label this milk, and I can get another text box and label this Cheerios. Okay, and I'm just going to focus on milk and Cheerios. I know I ate a banana too, but you don't have to put everything into your model. Maybe choose one of the foods or a couple of the foods that you ate. So Cheerios comes from a grain. So I'm going to look again, search the web for a picture of a grain. So I'm going to say grains. That's not really what I'm looking for. I want grains that are growing on a plant, kind of like this. Okay, so I'm going to say Cheerios mainly comes from grains that grow on a plant. So here are going to be my grains. And the Cheerios came from grains. So I want to label that. And then my milk came from, what did you say? A cow. So let's look for a picture of a cow. This one will work. And I hit insert. And now I've got my meal, Cheerios and milk. And they came from grains and a cow. So let's think about it. Now I have to think about, where did my food get its energy? Okay, so let's label my cow, and then let's start with the cow. Where does a cow get its energy? Well, a cow also has to eat. Do you know what a cow eats? They eat hay or grass. Let me try grass. So actually, I'm going to use this picture of grass. And make it pretty small. So my cow eats grass. Gets energy from grass. I get energy from Cheerios and milk. The cow gets energy from grass. But where does the grass get its energy? I'll give you a hint. We learned about it a couple weeks ago. The grass and the grains, they get their energy from the sun. So they use sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide in the air into sugars. And it's those sugars that we end up, or things similar to sugars that we end up eating, or the cow eats to get its energy. So I'm going to write that the grains, Control Z to bring that back. There. The grains and the grass get their energy from the sun when they change their and water into sugars. So now I've traced all of my food back to the sun. One last thing I could add to my arrows that I could add are arrows. We always make sure that the arrows point from the object to what's getting energy from it. So my arrow points from the grass to the cow because the cow gets energy from there. And then I'm going to do from the cow to me and my cereal because I get energy from the milk in the cereal. And I'm going to do another set of arrows to show how that energy comes from the sun to the grains. And then after the grains have been turned into cereal, from the grains to me when I eat my bowl of cereal. So I can show now, this model shows how energy originates in the sun and then becomes the energy that I use to do the things I do: grow, move, think, and stay warm. Okay, have fun creating your own model to show where the energy in your food comes from. Good luck.